Hey guys, what's going on? It's Justin, the covert closer, and today is WordTrack Wednesday. Let me ask you a question. Do you ever have that customer who just won't let you get a word in? And he seems to be the expert on whatever you're selling. He seems to know exactly what it is and how it works and why he doesn't need it and why he doesn't need to do that and how he thinks he needs to run the process. And he's basically a know-it-all. Selling to a know-it-all is fucking impossible until you learn this WordTrack. That's what I'm going to share with you. So when you're talking to somebody and they seem to have all the answers and they seem to know everything about it and they're really fronting on you, but you know based on what they're saying that they don't know what they're talking about. For example, in my business, one of the times that this happens in auto refi, and I'm sure LOs out there can relate, but what happens in auto refi is people always know about credit and they always think that they know, and they are always trying to educate me about how credit works. And that's out of fear, because really they don't know how credit works and they're scared. When it comes to that, I always like to ask them, and here's where the WordTrack comes in. You say, hey, so what exactly do you know about credit? And they realize they now have to tell you how they know what they know. And you get a varying degree of responses, but most of the time it's, well, I really don't know. And then you can say, okay, well, that's fine. Let me tell you a couple things that I know. And it flips it and it puts you in the position of being an expert. Another place that I use this WordTrack is for someone who doesn't want to buy a gap insurance policy. They need it badly, and it would be a severe, terrible financial decision for them not to get it on their loan. But a lot of times people get caught up in the expense of things, and especially someone who's a know-it-all has a hard time getting out of their own head, and they can only see things for the dollars and cents. And they can only see things for the dollars and cents right now, especially can't think about what it might cost them in the future. And you can't get through to them because they're a know-it-all, and I'm worried for them because I don't want to see them in a bad financial spot with 2 car payments, 2 years from now. And so I'll ask them, hey, so what do you know exactly about insurance claims payouts, specifically involving a total loss? What do you know about that? And unless they're a claims adjuster, they don't know shit about the insurance claims process specifically related to a total loss, which is what gap insurance is there to help them with. And so it makes them think, and it gets them out of their own head, and it makes them realize they're not the expert and that I am. And it allows me to at least get the explanation to them and get it into their brain so that they can make an educated decision. And at that point, really, if they don't want it, that's fine. At least I got to get it into their brain, right? If you go to a grocery store and you go to check out, the clerk is not going to look at you and be like, hey man, you sure you want those Twinkies? Because they're really bad for you. Or you go to the gas station and you go to buy a pack of cigarettes, the clerk is not going to sit there and go, hey, so are you sure you want to get this pack of cigarettes? Because it could kill you. They don't do that. Why don't they do that? Because they're clerks. Salespeople, covert closers, we watch out for the best interest of our client by educating them and by making sure that our message is heard and gets through to them into their neocortex, where the intelligence lies, where they can actually make an educated decision. At that point, if they have all the information and they decide to take a risk, that's on them. That's fine. At least it's an educated risk and they know what they're getting into. Ask someone, when they're trying to front on you and act like they're an expert in your industry, don't let them do that to you. Ask them. Make them tell you. Because somebody can pretend to know all they want, but when they're faced with that straight question and they have to give you a straight answer, they're going to realize they don't know, and you're the expert, and they're going to defer to you, which is called being in control of the sale. All right, guys. That's been WordTrack Wednesday. I hope you found this useful. If you did, reach out to me and let me know. If you hated it, reach out to me and let me know. That way I can make it better for you next time, because I ain't gonna stop. So, and if you're not part of the Sales Espionage group, then what's wrong with you? You need to be in there. Let's go. Go over to my profile, click the link, request to join. You don't gotta fill out any forms or anything. All you gotta do is request to join. And then when you get in there, add everybody that you work with, because I'm sure that they could use some advice like this.